Hey folks, this is BestInSlot and welcome to our next Minecraft Dinosaurs mod spotlight. This is Prehistoric Nature for version 1.12.2, of course Java edition. And that is of course the same version as the current Fossils and Archaeology mod, and the two will actually work together, which is really cool. Now this mod is crazy, it is absolutely bonkers, and I'm not kidding. This mod has over, this is not a typo, this mod has over 1,000 different species and genera of prehistoric flora and fauna. Over 1,000, not kidding. A lot of them are corals and sponges and arthropods and blah 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 blah. And jellyfish and all this huge variety of stuff, but it's just a crazy amount of variety, and it's integrated so well, and we're going to check it all out today. Let's get started. So as you can see, I've built myself frankly a palace, and there's a few different aspects to this mod. The first is some new decorations and stuff. So you can see we've got these planters, we've got this Jurassic horsetail growing out of our olive peat planter style one. And they've added a few things, just if you wanted to make a museum, basically, you've now kind of got that option. So we've got these really cool rope barriers. As you can see, you can actually dye the rope as well. Got these rope barriers, I built a little stand here, and we have this very cool looking Dilophosaurus fossil, and you kind of get bits of Dilophosaurus fossil and you stick it all together to create your fully mounted Dilophosaurus. We also have fossil slabs on the walls. As you can see, that's an Arthropleura over there, and we've got a Megarachna over here and a Rota over here. So I think you could build a really cool museum with this mod, and I've got to admit, the thought that you could combine this with FNA and kind of build this incredible thing is very tempting, but that's all well and good. It's a very cool fossil, fantastic, but we want to see them in action. We want to see them come to life. How do we make that happen? Well, there's two different ways. The first is quite simply to make them, I don't know why there's a sheep, he's been in here since I started. His name is Gregory. The first is to make them yourself, to bring those dinosaurs back to life through a genetic system, and I'm going to show you how that works, and it is very in depth, as you're about to see. So as you explore through the world, as you diggy hole, you will find, I'm not going to say this correctly, fossiliferous stone. And this fossiliferous stone will be from all the different epochs that are included in the mod. The mod by default actually doesn't include any epochs. You can pick and choose which ones you want to add, and there are 9 in total, with another, the Cretaceous, on the way very soon, and hopefully I'll have a preview of that for you in the coming weeks. But for now, they've got every epoch up to and including the Jurassic, as you can see. So you'll go around mining diggy hole, and as you're mining through the stone, you will find yourself some Jurassic raw fossils, or raw fossils from whatever it is that you're digging at that point in time. We're going to grab that. Now this is an optional step, but what we can do is come over to the microscope, and we can put one of those raw fossils into the microscope, and it'll give us an idea of what's going to be inside that fossil. So we know from this fossil, if we go through this whole process, we will get a creature from the Jurassic of some description. Our next step is we need some lab grade sulfuric acid, which we'd have to create via other things, and we need to make an acid bath machine, as you can see. So we're going to fill this with sulfuric acid. I have spilled this on myself several times today, so be very careful. There we go, we've got a nice acid. Gregory. Okay, when you've filled up your acid bath, what we're going to do, we're going to take 4 fossils, we're going to plop them in there, and as you can see, they get added to the acid bath and they get dropped inside, which is just very cool as well, that you get to mechanically see this happen, and then you start to hear the sizzle as that sulfuric acid takes away all the gunk and all the goop and all the glop, and it kind of exposes the raw fossil. Okay, they're on their way back. It looks like we've got maybe a dinosaur on that second one. It's a creature of some form. Let's have a little look. We got Decacuminasta, no idea what that is. We've got a blue staghorn coral, we've got an upright bivalve, and we've got a Lusovenator. Very cool. That's one we'll be working with today, but of course, as you can see, you'll have to do this and you'll get all your various different cleaned fossils ready to be used for the next phase. Now that next phase takes us over here to the laboratory bench. We can open that up. I've got a file in there already, and I've got a benzo solvent you'll have to make yourself via... I can't show you how you make absolutely everything, we'll be here all day, but you can do that, and we're going to add our cleaned fossil to this, and as you can see, that whirs through there, and we get a file of DNA for our Lusovenator. We're then going to come over to our DNA recombiner machine, and we've got a centrifuge here. We're going to add our file of DNA Lusovenator into the middle there. You have to add the others too. Okay, that took a hot minute to get working, not sure why, but I've put in my file of DNA, and we've also balanced out the centrifuge by putting other files in there. And as you can see, that centrifuge is now spinning around, separating and recombining the DNA. And if we just give this a minute, some other cool things are about to happen. Seems to be slowing down. I just love how mechanical this feels. It reminds me of being back in the lab. It's actually, it's quite nice. And then that should automatically be moved across. You can see we've got this, the hand of God reaching down, pulling out our Lucovinator DNA. Now recombined. And that's going to move it over to this second section over here on the right hand side. You can see I've got some stuff in there already. I'll show you in a sec. That open. It's fantastic. That drops into there. As you can see, very cool. If we now open this bit in here, we've got our file of DNA in there, and we need something else to make this work. We need some oligo stuff, which I thought I already had in here, but maybe not. So what we need for this stage is something called the oligo pool. We're going to add that in, and as you can see, that is now combining with our Lucovinator DNA. You see it's there, it's spinning, it's turning, and we're creating this pool of life in essence for all the nutrients and all the material that our creature needs to form a spawnable entity. Just going to let that wear away for a moment. Nearly there. It's just, it's really cool how involved you get. And it's also, there's a lot of stuff going into this, which means, did it break? No, we got it, there we go. So we have a placeable cultured nodule of DNA, Lucovinator, and that is the equivalent of an egg. That's the equivalent of something we can now place and spawn a dinosaur. So in theory, I'm going to go upstairs. So we're going to spawn it up here. I've never actually done this before, by the way. I'm experiencing this stage for the very first time. Hopefully. There we go. Very cool. Oh, what a beaut as well. This Lucovinator. Look at the texture detail, the coloration and everything. That looks incredible. Right, we're going to spawn a fully grown one just so we can see what it looks like. But that is the process for birthing. Hello, buddy. Oh, down you go. It's going to go eat. No, don't eat Gregory. Oh, well, it's stuck in the planter now. Is it stuck in the bin? Where's it? Oh, no, it's off. It's off. Anyways, that is the process for how this works. There's actually one more stage we can do, however. Let's say you want a very specific dinosaur. What we're going to do, we're going to grab some of our fossiliferous stone that we've mined. And I'm going to actually put that in the right part of my inventory. And over here we have a machine called the Time Researcher Machine. Now what you can do via this hopper thing at the top is feed this fossils, feed it stone if you've got spares, or if you want to do some research. And these bars will start to fill up. You can fill these up to 100, and that gets you maybe 15% precision or something like that, maybe a little bit less. What's that noise? Anyways, you can fill these up, and what this lets you do is target with increasing precision. It takes a lot, by the way. You'll have to fill this thing with a gajillion different things to make this happen. But it then lets you target specific creatures from the fossils. So if we open up... I've never done this either. If we put our stone in there, and then we search for specific fossils, you will need the right one. So you can see here, all my research so far has been in the Jurassic. So if we come down here and we search for a Jurassic creature, let's go for... Okay, so there's our Dilophosaurus. I'm going to target that. And then it's going to sift through that stone, use the power of lasers, as you can see, to try to spawn that specific dinosaur from the stone. And the more research we've done into this, the higher our precision is. Okay, it's wearing away, lasering. What did it give us? It gave us a Jurassic raw fossil. So if you get the correct one, it'll give you a cleaned, ready-to-go fossil, which you would then throw into this phase over here, start going through this little bit we saw. If it doesn't hit the right one, it'll give you a raw fossil anyway. So you're not going to lose anything. You're still going to get raw fossils from the Jurassic. But, of course, it's not specifically going to be the Dilophosaurus. As I say, it takes a lot to get to these precision markers. Hundreds and hundreds of fossils to get them. And it depends, obviously, what you're putting in here. If you put Jurassic in here, you'll research the Jurassic. As you can see, we're kind of just scrapping up raw fossils at this point in time. I'm going to let that wear away, and we'll come back and see what we've ended up with. I'm just going to spawn a full Lucovinator. There we go, just so we can... I mean, isn't that a beautiful looking dinosaur? It's got a little waddle going on. The colour, the texture, all those little details. I'm a little scared that it's inside my house, but it looks incredible. Really nicely modelled, really nicely animated, really nicely coloured. What's going on here? Stacking up those raw fossils. I figure if I leave that, we'll come back later. Maybe there'll be Dilophosaurus in there. It's Mama and Papa. Well, baby, I suppose. Now there is, as I say, another way to get dinosaurs other than going through all this malarkey over here. And that's what I'm going to show you next, or at least to experience the dinosaurs, I should say. Before we do that, however, I've got a little bit of a pool over here. This is my Cretaceous pool. Now the Cretaceous is not in the game yet as a visitable, a little bit of a spoiler there, as a visitable epoch. I will hopefully, within a few weeks, maybe have a preview of the Cretaceous for you. It is on the way, it is being worked on. Some of the creatures are in the game already, but you have to manually spawn them, and that's what I've done here. So these are Cretaceous, this is a Pachydiskos ammonite, and over here we've got these long-nosed Belanostomus, and both of these are Cretaceous species. So you're not going to find these out in the world, but if you're playing on creative mode, you can spawn them in and showcase them a little bit, and they look fantastic, and you can make these really cool touch pools and coral reefs and coral ponds and stuff like that. And the ammonites, look at how well they're animated there with the... However, maybe you want to travel back in time to these epochs and see these creatures in the wild for yourself. That's the other way to experience them. So, I've made some portals, as you can see. Now, basically, you make portals using different materials, and those different materials will take you to different epochs. And before we take a look at these, I'm just going to grab some stuff from this chest. We've got some ginkgo planks over here, and as you can see, it says, note, used to build the portal to the Jurassic dimension. So the blocks you need will always give you a warning saying, this is the one you need to build a portal. You also need a special wand to do this. You need a bone wand, and it needs an enchantment of time reversal. So again, this is not something you're going to log in and do instantly unless you're playing on creative. You are going to have to work your way through the world a little bit. Well, once you've done that, you've got access to 9 at the moment different epochs, with the lower and upper Cretaceous both still to come. So we've got the Precambrian over here. I've done these in rough order. We've got the Cambrian, Precambrian, Cambrian. We've got the Ordovician, I believe it's called. We've got the Silurian, we've got the Devonian, we've got the Carboniferous, which is the only one I can't attach the sign to, it's very annoying. We've got the Permian, we've got the Triassic, and we've got the Jurassic over here. And I figured you can experience, boop, boop, there you go. So, 9 different portals all sat in my base, ready to go. We can build... Not only can we research these dinosaurs ourselves and explore the world, but we can then travel back in time. You could build like a really cool portal housed room where you've got like all this time travel aspect. It's just a very cool idea. So we're going to try these out. Let's start with the very first, the Precambrian. And as you can see, there's a world devoid of joy, to say the least. Now, fun fact, you can actually travel. So this is a stone one. A stone portal will take you back to the typical overworld, the modern overworld, I suppose. But if you wanted to, you can actually build portals to the other dimensions from here. You don't need to go meteoritic iron and lava rock. You don't need to go straight. You don't need to go back to the overworld every time. You can dimension hop if you wanted to. Now, as you can see, the Precambrian is essentially a dead world. The world is forming at this point in time. It's lava hardening into land shapes. We've got very basic things popping up. It's essentially a dead world. This would be a good place to come to get some sulfuric acid, though, as you can see. You'd come here, fill your bucket up with sulfuric acid to use in your acid bath. Next, let's check out the Cambrian. The pre is over. The time of the pre is over. We are now in the Cambrian. The world has begun to form. Water has begun to seep in through the landmasses. Still not exactly throbbing with life, to say the very least. But you can see there is a little bit of spawning happening in the waters. We've got a Gianchanopodia, a small sort of sea scorpion-y, millipede looking creature in there. I think there's something else in there as well. Yes, we've got a Vetul. Come here. Come here. If you want to learn about different epochs, by the way, this has got to be one of the coolest ways, because you're going to... Oh, hello. I think that's an egg of some description. Hello. Oh, it's kind of cute. Where's that little dude gone? Come back, little dude. Oh, there we go. Vetulicola, which is, as you can see, a rudimentary fish sort of creature. Again, not much life. It's all in the water. And this is, you know, where life started, basically, in the oceans, in the lakes. Oh, we've got a slightly larger one over here, though. Hello. We've got an Amplectobelua. And as you can see, we've also got all these plants and stuff like that. None of these are coming up with names for some reason, but... there it is. Look at that. Look how beautifully animated that is. It's wild to me that there's so many creatures and yet they're so well designed. I mean, look at that thing. That is very cool. Oh, man. I want to play with this mod. Can we do 2 Minecraft dinosaur series simultaneously? I think this mod's incredible. Like, I'm genuinely blown away. Next up, the Ordovician. Good reef. So reefs are beginning to develop. You see the water is getting a little bit deeper. We've got a little bit more substantial life now. We've got these... Oh, they do not like me at all. Ceratiocaris. Very cool. Stromolites here. Now, Stromolites is actually one of the ones you'll need for one of the portals as well. I think it might be this one, actually, to be fair. So you can see reefs beginning to develop. We've got some early life sort of popping up a little bit. Nothing's really made it onto the land quite yet. This is, I always think of as a very wet epoch. You know, a lot of the sea life is beginning to develop a lot more, though. And maybe we're beginning to get our first pushes onto the land. You can see here with this Hoplatasis, for example. Very cool. It's got little legs dragging it along the seafloor. Anyways, next up we have the Silurian. First tentative footsteps. Yes, so this is the time. You can see we're just beginning to get some sort of plant life on the land here. Cooksonia and Nematophyta. And some life has begun to crawl onto the land. The fish and arthropodic creatures like our... no, not you. Our Eoarthroplura. Eo meaning before or first or start or something like that. You get Eotriceratops, which is like a precursor. So we've got the same for our Arthroplura here. So this is our precursor here to Arthroplura, which is pretty cool. Alright folks, the Silurian hates me. I just spent a very long time trying to find anything that wasn't Eoarthroplura, being very, very unsuccessful in the process. I suspect you maybe have to go up to the oceans or something for this area. You know, a lot of the life at this stage is still aquatic, is still oceanic, but there are a few terrestrial species, and since I can't find them in the wild, because as I say, it hates me, we're going to spawn a couple of them here. So we've got a Calbaria there, we've got a, this is a Eramoscorpius, it's a scorpion, and we also have a Paleotarbus trigonotarbid, which is teeny tiny little guy, kind of like a little stag beetle looking thing, or a little beetle or something. Oh, he's off on his jollies. So there are some species out there, but again, life is very basic at this point in time. We've got some arthropodic sort of creatures making their first tentative steps onto land. Our next portal is the Devonian age. We're going to start to see some larger fish, for example, at this stage, you would expect. That loading screen took too long. So, yes, as you can see, the advancement age of fish, we've spawned smack bang in the middle of the ocean. Let's have a little look in this very dark, spooky ocean and see if we can find anything out here in the wilds. It's kind of horror. If I kind of click with my torch, you can see it spawns for a second and I get to very briefly see... Oh, there is something... this is the only way to do it, and there's something down here. This is a Wallicerops in there. But it's kind of, it really is like a horror game. I wish I had like a flashlight. What I think... Okay, this is a very cool region, but I think you'd need a better way to explore this realistically. You need a submarine. Can we get a submarine? Okay, we can get a submarine. This is interesting. The pack literally includes a submarine. Prehistoric nature. That's got no batteries, so we can also get a battery pack. Okay. Okay. So the PN-001 submarine. Press left shift to dismount. Additional submarine controls up, down, strafe left, strafe right. Okay. Oh, very cool. Down we go. Okay, so if I use the direction... Oh, awesome. I wish I had a light on it. That's all I'll say. But very cool that we can now explore the seas in our submarine. I like that a lot. It's pretty baller, this thing as well. It's speedy. Look at it go. Zoom. It's a monster. An absolute monster, this thing. Okay, I've picked the ones with the silliest names. So this is Gut Radig Bion. Oh, very cool. Hello. So that's one of our Devonian creatures. So this one is Gulu Gongia. Also a very silly name, but very cool. Again, we've got some early fish developing here. And of course, the one I was really looking for and excited about, Dunkleosteus, which is going to be far too big for the area. but does look very, very cool. And there we have our Duncolosseus, which isn't really filled about it. Let me just place one again so we can see his face for a second. Very cool looking there. You can see that really strong jaw in there, that bony inbuilt teeth whenever it opens its mouth. Looks awesome. And this is swimming out there in that Devonian epoch. If you go and very cool, if you go and find it. And yeah, there you go, have some eggs. It's looking a little crammed in there. Right, our next epoch is the Carboniferous. Holy moly. Oh, hello, okay, so you can see, there we go. We've got big development now onto the land. We've got new creatures already. Hello, we've got a Remigiomontanus. Hello, little guy. Oh, you're adorable. You can hear the insects constantly around you. The environment looks incredible, really does. Life has sprouted up in a really, really big way here. Let's have a little... Oh, what was that noise? It's like a evil sheep. Somewhere out there is an evil sheep. Small ball fungus. That was my nickname in college. And yeah, let's see what else we can find. Oh, there's something over here. There's something wandering. We have an Ophiocodon. Is that an... Yeah, it is an Ophiocodon. Very cool. Let me pop this out a little bit more. Yeah, it's very, again, beautifully done. We've got these really cool rotten wood logs as well as part of it. Look at this guy. Yeah, no, well, he spins right round, baby, right round. Don't see you. Oh, hello. Down here we have a... I'll get to you. A Dathiosaurus. I mean, they're just all so well animated. They all look fantastic. Really beautifully patterned and textures, beautifully animated. All individual special little sounds. I just want to explore this world forever. Can I just stay here? Do I have to leave? Look at the trees. Even the trees are cool. And trees are never... Look at the plant. Look at this fern. This fern is bonkers. That's the most exciting fern I've ever seen. Hello, buddy. Oh, off you pop. Okay, so as with last time, I'm just going to spawn in a couple of the cooler... Oh, you're very cool as well. It's got like this double tail going on. It's awesome looking. Look at that thing. What a beaut. You've got the transparent wings. I'm going to spawn in a couple of creatures. We're going to spawn in an Arthropleura, because we can't be here and not have an Arthropleura. Very cool. Nom, 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 nom. Big segmented body, as you see, curving around like that. We also have... What's this again? This is Megalocephalus. And Diplocowlus as well, our big flat-headed boy. No, I'll say big. Big for the time. I mean, Arthropleura kind of dominates, as you can see, but Diplocowlus very cool there as well. You want to get back into the water, I'm sure, buddy. Well, it's probably not a great place to live, but that's where you live now. Enjoy. Oh, something in the water over here. It's our Stenocranio. Stenocranio. Swimming around. Off your pot, buddy. Into the wilds you go. Live your best life. We've still got 3 to go. This is crazy. It really is. We've got 3 to go. Next, we're going to head into the Permian. The end of the beginning. Okay, we're back into a very moist sort of time going on here. This is the end of the beginning. It's you know, we've got that Permian Triassic extinction happening at this point in time. Most of the life on the planet, the Great Dying. This is the Permian Triassic extinction. Most of the life on the planet is going to be wiped out. I think I've been unlucky to spawn in the ocean. There must still be land out there somewhere, right? You would assume. Okay. The Permian is quite difficult to... maybe it's just where I spawned, I don't know. But what I'm going to do, we're going to do what we've been doing. We're going to head back, and I'm going to spawn a few Permian creatures here at home base. Okay, Coelacanthus, for example. Oh, they've all died. There we go, we've got some Coelacanthus. Very beautiful looking fish over there. We've got Vivaxosaurus. Hello, buddy. Yeah, there must be a huge amount of land there in the Permian one. I spawned in the middle of a gigantic ocean. It is what it is. It would have taken a while to get anywhere else. Maybe that's what you use a submarine for, and then build another portal to get around. And Scutosaurus. So you can see, yeah, the Permian has some fantastic terrestrial creatures out there. It's a shame we couldn't find some land. But hey, it gives us something to explore if we come back down the line. But Scuto looks very cool. I want to see more of these Permian creatures. They're very cool. There's Dathio again. Arco, a little bit larger. Anteosaurus. Very, I mean, the variety, the texture, the colour, the beauty, the animation, the sounds. It's all fantastic. Off your pot, buddy. Imagine What a like a zoo museum hybrid you could build with this huge variety of animals. Right, exactly, buddy. Exactly. Right. The Great Dying has occurred. Life is beginning anew in the Triassic period. A new hope. Have I spawned in a cave? I think I've spawned in a... Bear with me. How deep am I? I've spawned really deep underground here. I keep seeing glimpses. Oh my god. Get me out! Get me out! This is how I die. Seriously, how deep is this? There we go! Sunlight! Ah, right, here we are in the Triassic period. And we've got some life right in front of us already. We've got Placerius right there. Very happy looking chappy right there. Got a bunch of them actually, a little herd of them. Groups go, hello buddy! Oh, hello! Yeah, exactly! Oh my god, there's loads of them, they're great. Guys! Waddling around, living their life. Okay, let's have a little poke around the Triassic. Much more land now, all those geological happenings, all the volcanic eruptions and all the tectonic shifts, creating new land masses, loads of plant life burgeoning on the surface. Lots of Placerius knocking about. Some shrubby equisetids. And yet all I find is Placerius. I mean, they're very cool, but I'd like to find something else. They've dominated. It's like bloody Lystrosaurus. Lystrosaurus dominated the planet. It was like 40% of all species, all large vertebrates on the planet were Lystrosaurus at one point. That might be something new over there. What did I just see? No, it's Placerius. Of course, it's goddamn Placerius. Oh, I just saw something. It's small, but it's alive. Hey, little. Oh, there's two. We've got a. Get out of the way. We've got a Hyperonecta and Hypsognathus. It's like a little flat frog thing. It's tiny and very flat. This little dude. Oh, look at that tail. Beautiful. It's got like a tail fan kind of thing going on. Very cool. I know what you are. I know what you are. You can't ruse me, Placerius. I'm beginning to think I was rused, and that Placerius is the only creature that survived. Oh, we've got eggs here. We've got like a little nest block for inevitably Placerius, because nothing else exists, man. Nothing else exists. Ah! I've seen genuinely about 40 of the bloody things, and yet I've not found anything bigger than those two little guys we found a moment ago. And yet, I've seen probably 40, probably 50 plus Placerius by now, and nothing else. Okay, we're going to spawn in a bunch of different creatures in, because otherwise I'll be here all day. So we've got Arizonosaurus, who is basically a little Spinosaurid. We've got Clevosaurus, or Clevosaurus. Very cute little guy. Coelophysis, of course. A awesome looking Coelophysis. With really interesting sounds as well. Look at this thing. Look at that neck undulation as it moves. That bright blue face. Very cool. Eosauricus, who should probably be in the water. The Mastosuchus, of course. There they are. Very cool. Eoraptor. Bright blue tail in there as well. Look at these beautiful creatures. I think the spawns could maybe use a little bit of love, so these animals are a little easier to find, but... And then Plateosaurus, of course, our prosauropod there. Oh, right, the fish died. That's not that surprising. Yeah, there's some incredible creatures out there. It'd be nice to find them in the wild, but there's some very, very cool creatures. And then our final epoch for today, the Age of Dinosaurs has finally properly begun. Let's go check out. Hello? What's going on? Wait. What's happening? There we go. That was a bit of a weird one. Let's go check out. Stop putting me underground. So here we are in the Jurassic. We've spawned at the top of a gigantic old cliff, seemingly, but we can nip down here to the forest floor. Very beautiful environment. can already see something flapping around. What have we got over here? We have a Chehalopterus. Very cool. Oh, look at that beauty. Really interesting markings on the wings. Flapping around, being really annoying to look at, but very cool to find that straight away in the wild. Let's pop around now and some more Oh, we've got something else. We've got something else. Hey guys, we've got Gigantospinosaurus. These really interesting coloured spines going along the back. Exactly, buddy. Exactly. Chehalopterus is everywhere. Chehalopterus is the apex predator of the Jurassic epoch, as we all expected. Oh, okay, we've got a little dude. We have a Chioyungasaurus. Hey, little guy. Is it like a little ceratops? It's like Sisco, sort of. I'm not sure what you are. Chioyungasaurus. Interesting. Hello. We've got a Oh, hello. Julia. Oh. Hey, guys. Okay, they're very cute. I think I need to be swapping. I think the biomes are huge, but there's certain species constricted to certain biomes as you would expect. So I kind of crossed over the river here. You can see this is a very different style of forest. This is a Cunninghamia forest, and already we got different species. And already it feels like the kind of place we might get. Oh, Hualian ceratops. We might find something a little bit larger stomping through these woodlands. We've got yees here in the tree lines. Look at them. See that multi sort of tail there as well, how it splits off. Hey, little guys. See their nest here in the tree. I just spotted the nest and dropped down, and they were just both sitting here guarding it or making bebas. Okay, another new biome means more new dinosaurs. We've got Heterodontosaurus over here, bounding around, squeaking, being adorable, as they all want to do. Oh, hello. Over here we have ourselves Glaciolisaurus. It really is about crossing over the. Every time I cross over a biome, I instantly find, new species out there. Maybe a little mod to let you know what biome you're in, or to track the biomes. There's a few like Naturalist Compass and stuff like that. I don't know if they're in 1.12.1, but a mod like that would probably be really useful. Tritylodon there. It's my favorite. It's a little mammal, I think. It's like a little rodent. It's adorable. I want to take all these creatures home with me somehow. Okay, time to spawn some things in. We've got a lot of very cool dinosaurs in here, so let's get started with Mechokyrus. Not a dinosaur. Feels like you should probably be in the water, you weird little so-and-so. Such a cool variety of bizarre creatures. Allosaurus, though. There we go. There's our first proper big. Oh, look at this little spider. Oh, very cool. Oh, I like the spider more than the Allosaurus is cool, but the spider might be cooler. Yeah, you're right. That's not surprising. So there's our Allosaurus spotted. See the crest there above the eyes, those bright blue eyes. We've got Compsognathus, of course. In my heart, I expected it to be green. Like I always assume Compsognathus is green. Washing Seat's feathered as well, along the tail. Squeaky. Adorable. Big, long feathered tail there, striped at the front. Elaphrosaurus. What a beaut. Gasosaurus as well. We've got Dilophosaurus, of course. We're expecting something big here. There it is. There's a proper Dilophosaurus. 20 feet long. Beautiful coloured crest. Probably very irritated at the very squeaky I'm going to move away from the Compsognathus. They're too squeaky. I can't hack it. Huiyangosaurus. Beautiful patterning on that when you see the spikes there over the front legs. And finally, we're here in the Jurassic. You can't not have a Brachiosaurus. What a beaut. The time of dinosaurs has truly begun. Yeah, very, very cool. We've got a oh, it's a Cryolopho in the wild. Very cool. Bright pink crest there. Oh, you're very cool looking. You look even better. Ooh. Oh. The noises they make, the animation, this mod is incredible. Why have I not been playing with this mod my entire life? Okay, well, that is the Prehistoric Nature mod. Last thing for us to do is to go and check and see if our time reversal machine has managed to give us a Dilophosaurus fossil, as we were looking for. Hello, Dunkel. So, let's head home. I always knew it would end this way. Hey guys. Yeah, that tracks. This is actually still wearing away, as you can see. Let's have a look inside. Yep, as you can see there, we've got 2 cleaned Dilophosaurus fossils. So it's done 34 in total, 5% hit rate. That basically tracks. That makes sense. So you can leave this here, and eventually it'll clean them all down and get you the fossils you want after you've done that initial... I regret this joke immediately. It will clean them all down. And we would then take our fossils over here, put them with our files and stuff, and then get the DNA as I showed you. I'm going to leave. As I showed you earlier in the video. There's only one thing left to do. I don't have a choice, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a choice. I'm sorry. No, they're free. They're free. They're loose. They're after me. Anyways. God, that is Prehistoric Nature. An incredible mod. If you are playing on 1.12.1, 1.12.2, and even if you're not, this is worth checking out. There is an incredible amount of content. Over 1,000 species to discover in total across the flora and fauna. 9 epochs, and that's with the Cretaceous still to be added, and I believe the Cretaceous is going to be 2 separate epochs. As I say, hopefully I'll be able to showcase that a little bit before it comes out in public release, and I'll definitely show you that down the line if that's going to happen, but I'd be very excited to check that out, and yeah, wow. Prehistoric Nature, I will link it down below for yourselves. On Curse, there's also a mod pack that includes the base game, all the epochs currently released, and a few sort of helpful mods that kind of ease things together and stuff like that. So if you want to just install a single mod pack, kind of get yourself going really easily, I'll link that down below as well. That's what I'm running this on as well. I haven't installed anything else other than that single mod pack, which is by the mod author of Prehistoric Nature. So, you know, it's legit and that it all works together and it's well designed. Right, anyways, thank you very much for joining me. Let me know what you think of Prehistoric Nature in the comment section down below, and I will see you lovely folks very, very soon. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.